Welcome to the Menopausal Women Show for nutrition, health, and wellness. I am Michelle, and as a menopause coach, I work with women to transform their hormone health and well-being to achieve the life they want to achieve. On this podcast, I share research findings on hot topics, talk with other holistic healers, and share my own experiences to empower women to take steps to a better lifestyle. Now, today's episode is I know many of you will find incredibly helpful and maybe a little early in releasing, but we need to start thinking about these things. And it's all about navigating festivities whilst managing your menopause. Now, the holiday season is coming up. It's a time of year when things get just a little bit hectic, emotional, and let's be honest, very overwhelming. What a better time than now, knowing that the festive period is coming up, planning is underway, diary commitments are being finalized to learn how to stay balanced, calm, and empowered throughout it all. So without further ado, you have me here, and I'm going to dive straight in to give you that toolkit and those tips to help you fly through this season. Now, let's be realistic, okay? The holiday season should be a season that brings a lot of joy, celebration, family gatherings, delicious food, lots of food, and potentially a lot of organization, because we have this concept of this perfect Christmas. And it's not unsurprising that December can be a stressful time of year. If you then add in your hormone changes and symptoms like low mood, anxiety, fatigue, hot flushes that can occur during perimenopause and menopause, things can start to feel very overwhelming, and for some of us women start to trigger a lot of physical discomfort. So really, how can we protect our well-being this Christmas? So the first area that we're going to look into is your relationships, boundaries, and self-care. And this is absolutely key and is a non-negotiable for all of us women. So whilst Christmas is a time for your family together, there can be a lot of pressure around Christmas, and stress management is a key component of the perimenopause and menopause. Okay, if you tend to experience a bit of rage, anxiety, feelings of overwhelm, then setting really clear boundaries is going to help you and those that are around you. And that is key. Now, for some of us, I'm one of them. Okay, we might have events that we don't want to attend. Family members, definitely, that rub us up the wrong way, or feeling that you just need to do everything yourself. Okay, everything is down to you. The present buying, the food planning, the diary entry. All of our roles, getting people here, there, and everywhere, is all down to you. And we don't really want you to be feeling overwhelmed. So by being very clear about what you want from the outset is not a selfish act, okay? You are looking after your own well-being. And this will help you, as I said, and everyone else. And resulting actually enjoying the festivities a lot more. So start by really thinking what is important to you and your immediate community. So that could be your children and your partner and your family. But what is really important to you? Is it following this textbook perfect Christmas, or is it actually just chilling out, eating some really nice food, playing some party games, and really, focusing on connection? Now, examples of boundaries that you can set is when it comes to functions and the people that you're going with, we will leave whatever function at a particular time. So what you could do is you can set the boundary, okay, to go to this function, but I would like to leave by this time. Second way that boundaries can be set is actually to ask for help. So, for example, like you could actually ask for family members, kids, partners, sisters, aunts, uncles to help with the cooking or the cleaning up even. Because despite having dishwashers, you've still got a bit of cleaning up to do. And actually, if you work together as a team, everyone feels involved and more grounded and not so stressed. And, you know, you don't have to do everything yourself. Equally, and this is really, really important, you can say no to events that are not important to you or you do not have time for. Certainly for us in the UK, and I don't know for those of you that are worldwide, but we only get a certain amount of days to be together. And actually, do I really want to be energy depleted and not really enjoy any of it? And then I'm back at work and I'm back at the new year and everything else is going fast paced. Or do I want to go, do you know something? I just want to enjoy a few things and preserve my energy, because my energy and my well-being is really, really important to me. So there are some events you can just say no. And then equally, there will always be one, won't they? There will always be one person that wants to engage in a difficult conversation. They want to just make that little edge to things. So just think about this line. I prefer not to talk to you about this today. Let's enjoy each other's company. And that's really key, because I think about, we are all connected. This is a celebratory time. So let's just pause, come from a place of positivity and kindness, and just say, let's enjoy each other's company. We can pick this up another time. Make sure, though, rest is non-negotiable, because rest balances your hormones. Rest gives you energy. Rest will help, you know, manage some of those symptoms. So make sure you are still getting enough sleep. Don't burn yourself out. Either establish now, this just before Christmas, a routine, or maintain your current sleep routine. Limit the caffeine. Avoid overstimulation from screens. And maybe perhaps go, look, I've done a bit of party stuff connection. I'm just going for a nice bath. And remember, if tempers do start to flare, suggest a break. Walk away. Go out and breathe some of the fresh air. Perhaps you all go. Divert the attention. And that's really key. By mixing up, diverting that attention, and bringing people together in a more relaxed way, Christmas and festivities can be fun. Now, at this point, this is one of my key things in the tool set that, by working with me, I will give you, is how to navigate difficult situations like this, but establishing a good sleep routine. So the second area that we need to look at, right, is managing the holiday food and drink. Christmas feasts and all that tempting food and drink is often when the menopause symptoms flare up, especially within certain foods. So start, and I've always gone on about awareness, but watch for those triggers. Certain foods can worsen symptoms like hot flashes or bloating. For some, it might be the alcohol that worsens your symptoms, caffeine, or the sugar, a lot of sugar intake in the mince pies, you know, the Christmas cake. So try to opt as much as you can for some anti-inflammatory foods that support your body, like the leafy greens, the nuts and the whole grains. But equally, what I tend to do is perhaps look at more simple, nourishing foods and meals between Christmas and New Year, so that you're not constantly overloading your body. Just give it a bit of a break, give it a bit of a downtime. When we're talking about alcohol's quite interesting, because for some it can exacerbate menopause symptoms. It equally can help, can exacerbate sleep, and you get more sleep disturbances. And it does sometimes impact the anxiety and the mood swings. So a couple of things that we can do around this, okay, is think about swapping late nights out for perhaps going for lunchtime cocktails with friends, if that's possible, to help minimize those effects. Drinking earlier during the day gives your body time to metabolize that alcohol and reduces the likelihood of you overindulging in food. And it helps you maintain that stable blood sugar levels. Try to stick to the recommended limits, okay, or within your own parameters. You know what your body can take. And again, what I would say is between Christmas and New Year, either really limit it or just have some non-alcoholic 3 days. It may be a time that you notice that your body changes and how you react to the alcohol. So you might want to think about considering changing your drinks to lower histamine levels, like gin or vodka. So just be mindful. I think the key thing throughout all of this, when we talk about food and alcohol and drink, is moderation is key. So if you don't have to deprive yourself, okay, you don't have to be that strict, just be a bit more mindful. Enjoy your treats, but listen to your body. Hydration is super important, not just now, it's always, not just in time of festivities, always. Make sure you're drinking plenty of water, particularly alongside those drinks, because regardless of that, I find it to be very beneficial. It means that you can savor more that glass of wine. The third area that I think we need to really focus on when we're looking at navigating the menopause through the festivities is handling stress, anxiety, and mood swings. Christmas is stressful. It can be really stressful, whether it's family dynamics, the financial strain, or the pressure to get everything perfect. Stress can creep in. Falling levels of the estrogen and testosterone in your brain can increase your anxiety. And this can make socializing and planning Christmas events harder, especially if your confidence has dipped. So the perimenopause and the menopause really can affect your self-esteem and confidence. And despite even if you're on HRT, the one pill does not, solve all the problems. Life challenges will then impact your blood sugar and your hormone levels. And so it can really go in this up and down, backwards flowing. So it can be a really hard time for some of us women, but involving others can really help. So be open if you're struggling. Be honest with people, set those boundaries, talk about how you're feeling. But other strategies that you might find useful, and remember, I'm a person that you can walk away with a toolkit after working with me that you can access anytime. A few of those tips is think about doing breath work and pausing. Take time for deep breathing exercises when you start feeling the tension arise. Even stepping away for 5 minutes to meditate or walk can make a huge difference. Journal your feelings. The emotional side of menopause can be amplified by holiday stress, and journaling can really help you process your feelings and maintain perspective. But remember, when you're journaling, be kind to yourself. Be aware of any negative self-talk you may be doing to yourself, and ask your question, would you say that to your best friend? Focus on what matters. Don't lose sight of the joy and connection that Christmas brings, but what's important to you. At the end of the day, it's about you being present with your loved ones, not perfection. And it goes back to what I've said. How do you want your Christmas to be? How do you want to be? What's your end goal? I know for me, coming up, I'm going to be in nature. I am going to be with my family and my 2 dogs. And it's going to be very, very simplistic. Very simplistic. It's going to be full of games. It's going to be full of walks, fresh air, occasional drink, music, and really sleep relaxation, and time and connection. And I'm afraid the last and final area, and you can't get away from it, is stay active and stay energized. You knew I wouldn't leave this without mentioning it. Even through the holiday season, it is very busy. Staying physically active is crucial because it has numerous amounts of benefits, and it will help, obviously, potentially, if that's an area of your concern, weight, boost your mood, reduce stress, and feel calmer and more grounded. But you're going to say, right, Michelle, how can you achieve this? Right, I'm super busy. I'm going to set some boundaries. You've told me I've got to prioritize my sleep. I know what my own price is and the outcome is that I want to feel at the end of this. But now you want me to add in movement. Now, like with anything, I'm not saying you need to do a full workout. A lot of places, gyms, swimming pools will close down over Christmas. So let's really be realistic. Incorporate small movements. Okay? Don't need to do a full workout. You could do short 10-minute stretches first thing in the morning. Take a brisk walk around the block between cooking or gift wrapping. Look at what other options may be available to you. It could be that you could do a YouTube yoga workout or a HIIT workout or a cycle ride with the family, walking the dog, or even make it really, really fun and actually have a dance party. Okay. How many times have us, certainly me in my younger years would go out nightclubbing and we would just dance the night away. Dance the night away over the festive period. I think the other thing though is consistency is key. Even if you can only fit in those small bursts of movement, you're still doing something good for your body and mind. So just be more mindful, okay? And going, consistency is key. I'm going to be a better person for it. Remember to be kind. The festive period doesn't last forever. Work out what you can do around your commitments, how you can include others, including it could be potentially just meeting your friends for coffee and walking to the coffee shop. Navigating Christmas during the menopause doesn't have to be overwhelming. It really does not. And with a little planning, always with a little planning, mindfulness and self-care, you can truly enjoy the season and feel your best. Remember, this time is about joy and connection. And it's that connection that's really, really important. I want to hone in today. It's connection with yourself and connection with those that are really important to you. So make sure you're giving yourself the care and attention that you would give others. So, my friends, I hope today's episode has just provided you a few practical tips to help you through the season. If you'd like to connect with me to discover how my program can support you, or if there's a group of you that wish to come and see how I can support the group of you in your menopause journey, then please do book your free discovery call via my website or mail me direct or connect with me through social media. And equally, please do not leave my website without signing up and subscribing, where I can then send you a free ebook to get you started. So for everyone listening, from the bottom of my heart, I thank you. If you've enjoyed the show, I please ask you to be subscribed, leave me a review, because it actually helps others find the podcast. And my sole purpose is to spread and help as many people as possible. So until next time, my friends, take care of yourself, make yourself a priority, and remember, enjoy the season, be relaxed, connect, and loved.